Now put your middle fingers up and scream.
Right now, you're rocking with DJ Rick G inside the.
So, I'm getting ready to go to Zumba for the first time since the Zumba Fest, which was like, what, 3 weeks ago now? That's a shame. Yeah, that's the case. And so, yeah, we're still on the hair struggle. But at any rate, I wanted to share my almost didn't graduate college story. I was inspired by Evelyn from the internets, and which I think is the funniest and the most clever name ever. See you somewhere on the internets. My lips are incredibly dry. But she told a story about how she almost didn't graduate, messing around with a TA and assignments and all this stuff. So, sorry, y'all. I was so inspired because it's been the first time that I was really able to laugh about it when I heard her story, because I really don't laugh about my story. Because I really... So, I was a psych major at Temple University way back in the late 90s/2000, and I graduated in 2001. Now, I got through college doing pretty okay, decent. I'm not a genius or anything like that, but I was a psych major. I liked my major, but it was funny. I didn't like it. I just thought that you're not supposed to like school. So the fact that I didn't like it didn't alarm me. I thought that's what you're supposed to do, even at that point in my life. So, I got to one of my last classes, and I don't think it was a research methods. At the time, I don't know if Temple still does it. For psych, you had to take 2 research methods, and I took 3 because I didn't know that they needed to match a 200 level class. So I had taken one because I just liked the subject, and then found out that it really wouldn't count towards like my psych degree because it didn't have a lower level to go with it. So I had to take another, matching set. So in my senior year, spring semester, I was taking one of the the 200 level to something to match a research method I had already taken. So that means that class should have been easier, or I should have been okay with it because I'd already done the harder level work. I'd already written like a thesis on that subject. I can't even remember the name. I have to go back and look one day. I know it wasn't development. It was at any rate, it was something that I did not think that I was going to struggle in. The reason why I struggled in it was for turning in stuff late. Like, what happened was the TA really ran the class, right? So she, I think she was the one who kind of lectured at least once a week. The professor would do it once a week. She would do it the other day because this was a twice a week class. Our assignments were always due to the TA, and I just got behind in these homework assignments because they were like hefty. They were the truth. They were like, even though it was questions, it might be 5 questions, like you were handing in like 5 to 6 page of either written or typed, whatever you were going to do. I forgot what she specified, but it was like, it wasn't just, oh, this is a simple question. Like your answers were 2 and 3, 4 paragraphs for this homeworks. And then on top of the readings and the tests. So I actually did okay at the end of the class as far as tests and reading. It came down to this homework, and a shout out to she was a good friend of mine back at Temple, Lakita. She actually gave me, gave me most of the homeworks I was missing. And me not being a straight cheater, I didn't copy word for word. I used hers, used what I had from class, still handed in these homeworks. Well, lo and behold, when it came to the last, whatever class and we're getting our grades, she was giving me a D. Now, D does not pass. I don't know what university you go to, but at Temple, D doesn't pass, and D damn sure will not count towards your degree. So I was like, what? I was like, okay, I know I wasn't the greatest, but I handed in everything. And she was like, yeah, but it was late. So some of the homeworks that I had worked really hard on, piecing together from other homeworks and what I knew, I didn't even get like credit for them. Okay, she didn't even give me not Nan a number, okay, next to my name. And I didn't know it until the final grade. And I'm like struggling with her, trying to figure out, she would not budge. When I tell you I turned stalker on her, I was calling her office. I was emailing her. She wasn't replying. One day I called her on the phone. I caught her on the phone. I was like crying, so upset because she was serious. Like she really was giving me a D. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like I won't graduate. Like I need this class to graduate. She did not budge. She told me stop calling her. I was devastated. Okay. So she wouldn't budge. I mean, I couldn't do anything. I wasn't going to do anything crazy, even though I thought about it. But there was nothing I could do. I mean, absolutely nothing. So when I got myself together, the next day or the following day, whatever it was, before graduation, before they had a chance to be like, no, I went and saw my advisor. I explained the situation. She said, okay, this is the year, 2001 was actually the year that Temple stopped letting you walk if you didn't have all your credits. If you were not legit, you were not going to walk. So when I explained this, the situation, and she saw the rest of my grades and saw that I was like one class and what had happened, and I had another research methods, she said, okay, I'm going to take this to the dean. I'm going to try to get an exception. Because an exception would be that I would take this class in the summer session. So basically come right back and take this class and pass it. And I would be able to walk because graduation was literally a week away. So she got back to me the next day. God, angels rained down on me. I was approved for my exception. So when I walked in May, I did not actually get my degree. I got the cover and all that stuff. And then I took the class, the first, summer session. Like basically I didn't really get a break. I didn't go anywhere. Took the class and got a B+. So my actual graduation date from Temple University is August 2001. So that is my story, that I almost didn't graduate, but like for real, I almost didn't graduate.